Hello everyone, my name is Kim, welcome back to the channel, and today is going to be a long-ish kind of talk. Don't worry, Hell in a Cell will be coming out later, but I wanted to do this video first, so I try to convey my thoughts for this as best as possible, and explain everything that's kind of been going on for the last week, and why the channel has kind of been dormant for the last week or so, and explain what's been going on. So, for starters, obviously Jesse and I have finished Hell in a Cell. I said the review's coming out soon. That week was just kind of stressful. Peacock decided to be really messed up and just make it very difficult for Jesse and I to watch. I tweeted out to them. They said DM us. I tried to DM them the video. I don't know if it ever sent. I showed them the video on my Twitter and they still never responded, and it's really annoying to me that WWE Network no longer exists in the States, because I would rather watch it on the network. The network had issues sometimes, but holy crap, has Peacock been a fucking dumpster fire to use for WWE pay-per-views. I enjoy everything else. Everything else about Peacock, everything else I've watched on there has been great, but WWE stuff has been fucking lackluster. It has been terrible, and all I watch for WWE is the pay-per-views, so it's kind of annoying when I go to watch pay-per-view on this service that I fucking pay $9.99 for, because I pay for the ad-free version, to just then not be able to watch it because it's fucking up. So we did finally get to watch that. I think it was like Tuesday or something like that when we finally finished it. And a couple weeks ago, I kind of had a spot where I broke. And I just kind of mentally was gone for a bit. I mentally snapped, I guess is the best way to put it. I've been under a lot of stress recently. If you guys don't know, since like late 2019, Jesse and I have been looking at houses, trying to find one to actually move to, and we've been looking at one recently, but kind of trying to figure out financing and why it's so cheap for what it is, and everything is stressing us out. And it's got me very nervous to potentially buy a house that I may not know much about, and I have to look into it and figure things out, and then we have to build stuff on it because it's been stripped down to the studs in a lot of places, and we're trying to figure out why. And that's what scares us, is what if it's really bad and this place is really not worth it. But then there's also the fact that I've been in school and it's getting close to being finished for one of the classes, and then I have 2 more classes that are going for the next month up until like the end, or for the next 2 months up until the end of August. And that's got me very nervous. Just classes in general get me very nervous. Potentially failing a class is really terrifying, because then I'm not going to be able to go to school for a bit because of a hold on my account, and I'll have to go to the school and actually figure that out, and it's pain in my ass. And then I've also just been feeling kind of low self-esteem wise, and so it's just been kind of difficult, which I blame Tinder for that one. I'm back on Tinder and I don't know why. So my self-esteem has been very low recently because of that, and it's tough, man, to get up and record. And so recording just hasn't seemed as fun for me. I tried to record Hitman 3 on Wednesday and just didn't want to. Like, all the escalations I tried to play were just not fun for me. Even doing the Big Mooney one just didn't seem fun to me. And that's insane, because you get to be a fucking flamingo the whole time. But it's the matter of, I think it's the matter of killing the people in that one that just bugged the crap, that I just don't like. And then I just today didn't really want to record this morning. I was up for plenty of time. I could have, I just didn't. And then things today have just been stressful because it's been raining nonstop pretty much for the last 3 days in Michigan, and there were tornado warnings today, and it was just tornadoes touched down in like 2 different directions about 40-50 minutes away from my house, and I was just terrified of something happening at my house while I was gone, while I wasn't home. It just had me very terrified. And basically, I guess the best way to put this is I've been overstimulated recently, to the point where I'll be doing something and then I'll just feel drained from it immediately, because I just don't have energy right now. Like, I have no energy pretty much. The stress has kind of gotten to me. It's got my anxiety levels up, and then if things happen, I just start to kind of get stressed out more, and then I just either have trouble breathing, start feeling unwell, or I just get extremely tired. And it's been a lot of stuff piling on top of one another and just making it harder and harder for me to really focus on things. Like, a friend of mine who I haven't heard their voice in a while, and I really like it. Really relaxes me. I didn't get the chance to hear it yesterday because I couldn't be in like a voice call with multiple people. Like, it was a group voice call, and I just couldn't be in it because I just did not feel comfortable. Like, I tried, and I was in there for maybe a few seconds and just immediately just felt overwhelmed because of how many people were talking. And I don't normally get to that point, but I think my job has kind of made it harder for me to really get comfortable around a lot of people talking. And then I got tickets to a concert 10 days after my birthday, so I get to go to a concert for my birthday this year, which is really fun. I get to go see Ice Nine Kills. Me and Jesse get to go, and I went to go get VIP passes so we could go meet Ice Nine Kills because, hey, bands I like don't come to Michigan very often, so I wanted to take that chance, and all of the VIP packages that allowed me to get a picture with the band were gone. Literally just gone immediately. I don't know if they just didn't sell them for Michigan or not. Like, it said they were available, which is weird. But basically, if you guys don't know, Ice Nine Kills has this app called Psychos Only, which you can sign up for. It's like $70 a year or so, and they allow ticket sales to go on there first, VIP and normal ticket sales. And as far as I can tell, and other people can tell, everyone on the VIP stuff, or on the Psychos Only Club, just bought out all of the VIP they could. And that really sucks to me because it means the public didn't even get a chance to even get a chance at buying those for most places. There's a few, I think there's like 2 or 3 tour dates where you can still buy the VIP one, the Slice package, which is the more expensive one that allows you to meet them. But most of them, no. Most of them are just gone for everything. And it sucks because Ice Nine Kills hasn't said anything about it. They haven't said if this is an issue or if there's more that are coming out. It's just, well, they're out, so sucks to suck, man. And it's very disheartening to not be able to kind of get to meet them because I really, really wanted to. They've been kind of a huge part of why I've made it through the last year. And so that just kind of overwhelmed me. And Jesse and I have been behind on wrestling a lot recently too, which has kind of overwhelmed me and stressed me out. We're like 6 or 7 AEWs behind. We have everything Raw, SmackDown, or Raw, NXT, SmackDown from this week still to watch. And it's difficult, man. It's just hard sometimes. And my job sucks. That stresses me out too. And yeah, so it's been a very stressful few months for me, and I'm just trying to kind of take a breather for myself, and it's why I took the last week off, kind of last 2 weeks or so off. Even though I did say I want to get back to having videos again, I just didn't feel right recording. I had some pre-recorded stuff, and I just realized I should have uploaded. I think I had an episode of Subnautica Below Zero to upload yesterday and forgot about it. God damn it. But yeah, I've been very, very stressed recently with trying to kind of get things done and just not finding the desire to record as much as I have, which has kind of brought me to make this decision. 60 Seconds Reatomized might be ending soon. I think I might do a few more videos, maybe do through July and then be done with it. There's not a whole lot to do, and I'm kind of just doing the same thing over and over and over again on that, and at a point soon it's just going to be trying to survive to get the rest of the trophies, and I just don't really want to be doing a huge thing where I have to survive to a certain point week after week after week and trying to get through that. It sounds like too much stress to me to keep that going for multiple weeks. So it might just be a few more challenge videos and maybe a run or two to try to survive as long as we can, or maybe get another one of the trophies. I don't know. I'm trying to find more to do with it, and I'm not. It's difficult, man. There's also the stress of trying to find how me and Dalton are going to, like, what content we're going to get and stuff or what we're going to get to record with and edit with for PC stuff, because like I've said, we want to do Raft and Minecraft at some point this year for PC content. We're hoping to have it decided before 1.18 comes out, / Caves and Cliffs Part 2, 1.17 Part 2, whatever you want to call it. For Minecraft, we're hoping to have that stuff decided before that comes out, because we would love to start at 1.18 and start our little survival world for you guys to watch. A Two Morons PC journey potentially. I don't know what we're going to call it yet. We haven't decided. But that would be really cool for us to get to do that and get to have some Minecraft content for you guys to enjoy. I've also been trying to figure out if YouTube is still something I want to keep doing going forward. I've been doing this since, I don't know, 2014, 2015-ish. 2014, I think around 2013, 2014 is when I started vlogging on here, and then it kind of turned into gaming content that was really shitty, and it turned into Loot Crate unboxings, and it turned into pretty good gaming content, and it's gone all the way this way to 2021, and it's not, like, I never started YouTube in the hopes that it would become a job for me, like, oh yeah, I'm expecting it to become a job. No, I was never that person, but, like, to be doing this for basically 6 years, day in, day out, week in, week out, and not see it gaining anything, not seeing huge subscribers, not seeing my channel get more popular, nothing. It's just, it makes it very difficult to want to continue doing that, because you're just watching yourself make this content that's not going to be viewed by a lot of people. You're watching yourself, you're putting a lot of work into making content that maybe no one will see ever. And I'm trying to figure out if that's what I should be spending my time doing when I'm almost 23, and this has been 6 years of my life doing YouTube, and I've not seen it go anywhere. And that's been something that's weighed on my mind really heavily the past year. Of if I decided to stop this, would it be the right choice? Or if I decide to continue this, would it be the right choice? Because the thing with YouTube is you could always be one day away from blowing up, from being the next big channel, from going viral, from having some huge video that tons of people see and it floods your channel with subscribers. Or you could keep doing this day in, day out, not see any growth, not see change that you'd want to see. And that's what really fucking scares me, is the fact that what if I keep doing this and nothing ever comes of it? What if I keep trying to make this channel work and make this channel grow and it never does? And it stressed me out a lot recently, because I don't want to leave the channel behind, because I love it. But I also know part of me needs to try to figure out if this is really going to be worth it. If I continue doing this with no change, should I continue doing it afterwards? And I really don't know. I really, really haven't decided what I want to do in this situation. And that's kind of what's been very difficult for me recently, is that I've been trying to decide that. Not to mention the fact that as the year continues, 2K22 looks like it's not going to be anything better than 2K20, because WWE has released a lot of people over the last 2 years, and it's decimated the roster Jesse and I have. And you guys may be thinking, oh, well, it's not that big of a deal. You can use cause. Yeah, we could, but there's a limit of how many you can have at a time, and it's 100. And Jesse and I don't delete them, because if we want to use that cause, we'd have to sacrifice another one that we might use later. The problem is we don't ever know when we're going to use these people. We just kind of decide it randomly. And if there's only 100 slots, that gives us 100 slots to fill, and that's it. After that, we don't have any more. We're not going to delete people, because they could be champions. They could be close to becoming champions. So we just can't ever do that and fully be confident with it, because we're never sure who we're going to use. So unless they've updated the cause, we can't really just get cause of all the people that have been released, because we wouldn't have enough slots. And before anyone says, oh, well, a lot of these superstars got released this year in the last few months, there's like a bit of my hair sticking up, it's bugging me, in the last month especially, there's been like 14, 15, 16, something, I don't know, 20 or so, I think, in the last month, in the last few months. And you guys are thinking, well, they scanned at Royal Rumble, they're still gonna be in the game. Yeah, they did scan them at the Royal Rumble, but the problem is Vince McMahon still has final say. Even if a wrestler's been scanned by 2K and Visual Concepts, I had to think of the company name for a minute. Even if they've been scanned by 2K and Visual Concepts, at the end of the day, Vince McMahon makes the decision of who's going to be going into the game. And if he makes the decision that he doesn't want a lot of those people that got released in the game, then that's that. That's the end of it. That's his decision, and they won't be in the game. Meaning 2K and Visual Concepts wasted their time, their money, their effort to scan people that Vince then didn't want to even put in the game because Nick Khan got fucking douchey and fired a bunch of people for no reason. And it's so tough because it makes me so fucking terrified of what 2K22 is going to be. Because Jesse and I have been without wrestling content video games for a while. And it's very upsetting because I really do love wrestling video games. They've been one of my favorite video game genres forever. So to not be able to play that, to be worried about where 2K22, Universe Mode, and Championship Scramble are going to be, has me pretty scared. Because they're two huge parts of my channel that I really, really miss doing. 2K19 Championship Scramble and 2K18 Championship Scramble were two of my favorite series that I've ever done. And the wrestling content I do on this channel for video games is amazing. The wrestling content I do on this channel is one of my favorite parts of doing it in general. The pay-per-view stuff and the video game stuff. It's always something I love. And to see 2K22 potentially being butchered because mass budget cut releases are happening just upsets me. Because 2K22 was already a fucking dumpster fire. I don't want the next one to be a dumpster fire as well. It's so much stress for me recently. And I don't always say this, but if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, please drop a like, drop a nice comment to help with my stress. And if you're not already, please subscribe. It's a small thing to go a long way towards showing me that there's a positive reason for me to keep going on YouTube and to keep trying with it. Because at the end of everything, it always makes me nervous to try to continue with YouTube. Because if it doesn't go well, then, it's over. It scares the hell out of me. So hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Stay golden. Peace.